everyone, and welcome to SBN News. I'm Kendra Byers, the Head of Community and Strategic Partnerships at SBN.
And I'm Scott Dalgleish, Head of Marketing here at SBN.
We're on your screens to bring you your weekly SBN digest of news and share what's coming up. Now, I don't know about where our viewers are joining us from, but it's a brighter day here in Edinburgh. The fog has lifted. If we were recording this earlier in the week, I think I would have needed a lot more light in the studio. It was fairly dark in here, although I've seen some incredible shots. I don't know about you, Scott, but from local photographers of Edinburgh and the castle, it's been stunning. Anyway, we don't yet have a weather segment on this show, so let's move over to Scott to hear what's been in the news this week.
There's been a lot of exciting things happening across the membership. The Net Zero Scotland community continues to grow. We've got some all new content on there to help people start their net zero journey. We've got podcasts, reports, news stories, webinars and more, and you can find all that in the resources page of netzerocommunity.scot. Some exciting news also came out of Harris this week, as Essence of Harris had an incredible write-up in Vogue China, which is quite exciting. You can see all about that on Jamie McGowan's LinkedIn. It was a massive news on Singles Day as well, because that's the largest online shopping day in the whole world, which is pretty incredible. We've also got some exciting events coming up. We want all the members to get involved where they can. Andrew Morrison's delivering a masterclass on how to bid and win on November 17th next week. We also have our evening special with Scotland Is that day, where we learn all about what's happening at the heart of Scotland's digital economy. That event's open to SBN and Scotland Is members, and we're hosting it virtually, so there's plenty of room for attendees. We're also working on a St Andrew's Day celebration on November 30th. It will showcase attributes of a modern, innovative, inclusive and charitable Scotland, and that's going to be a partnership between us and Ian, our ambassador out in the US. We've also got members like John Harbour, who we heard from last week, Polish Business Link, STV, Cloud Cover IT, Scottish Enterprise and more, all have exciting events coming up, and you will learn more about them on the events website. But we've also got some special guests today, don't we, Kendra?
Yes, it's always a delight to have our guests join us, and today we have Karen Somerville of Angel Shares Glass.
Hello everyone.
Hello Karen.
Hi, Karen.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Karen, just to kick us off, can you introduce yourself to our audience and tell us a little bit about Angel Share Glass?
Absolutely. So I'm Karen Somerville. I am the Managing Director of Angel Share Glass. So we're a glass designer and manufacturer here in central Scotland, and we manufacture glassware for the giftware industry and predominantly the whisky industry. So we have lovely designs that we have that complement the whisky drinking experience, from glasses to our signature products, angels filled with whisky and water droppers for adding water to your whisky. So we have a full range of products all manufactured here in Scotland.
Amazing. Yeah, I recently was on your website because I love your festive baubles, and I also was admiring your Poppy Scotland range. It's absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
So obviously during this time a lot of businesses have been adapting, and I saw that you've launched some whisky tastings. How else have you changed, and what else are you offering online?
Yeah, so in the beginning, everything was a bit like everyone else. Everyone just didn't know what to do. And we had some ideas of launching our own glassware range. So we had used other manufacturers' glasses within our sets and our giftware sets, but we decided to make our own glass, which we had already kind of pre-designed, but we'd never actually tried to manufacture it. So we now have that to market, and we launched it right in the middle of kind of lockdown, which was a bit brave and bold, but actually it's been really successful. So we kind of moved, because we had the time during lockdown to think about things and reassess it. So we've been really pleased with the feedback and the response we've had to launching the glass. And then we've launched some other products as well, which kind of fast forwarded and got us ready for the pre-Christmas period, which we're in now, which is quite busy for us, which is great. I was also hoping to have a big announcement for you guys today, but it's not been, I've not received the email yet, so I can't announce it, so I'm a bit annoyed.
Well, we'll have you back again, don't worry about that, and we'll make sure we share it with the audience anyway, Karen, you know us. So actually, I'm reminiscing of our time back in January, actually, this year, which was one of our last physical events in London, and you shared an ask with our audience, and I wondered if you can reshare your laser-focused ask with our audience today.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're still trying to reach out to high-end luxury, either corporate gifting, companies who offer either employee rewards or corporate gifts, such as large insurance companies. I know that a lot aren't doing events at the moment, obviously, because events are on hold, but certainly if they're looking for client gifts or employee gifts, then we're looking to offer our luxury branded products for them, and also the luxury hotel market if they're looking for gifting options for their customers as well. So anyone that's in the hospitality, luxury hospitality or corporate gifting side, I would love to hear from you.
Amazing. Well, we can definitely encourage our audience to reach out to you, Karen, hear more about the Angel Shared Glass story, which is an amazing one, and also look at your stunning gift range. So thank you very much for joining us, Karen, and we hope that news, we can share it and amplify it with our network soon, and we'll have you back. Okay, thank you, Karen. See you soon.
Thanks very much.
We've got another guest today. It doesn't stop there, does it, Scott? Who else have we got?
No, I'd like you all to give a warm welcome to Claire Alexander, live from South Africa.
Hi
there, Claire.
Uh,
How are you?
Yeah, I'm great. Thank you very much for having us on your show this week.
Oh, no, more than happy to. You're always helping spread the good word about us, so I thought we'd repay the favour. It's always good to see you. I think because everything had to move virtual over 6 months ago, I think we probably got to know each other more in the last 6 months, just because we've been able to do more.
Yeah, and it's so ironic, isn't it, Scott? But like working in networks, we actually feel that COVID, despite quite a lot of the destruction that it's caused in the world, like in a networking capacity, it's proved really useful for businesses. So we've just been connecting more than ever, and of course the connections that we've made with SBN has also increased, which is always great when you're working in partnership with someone.
Oh, definitely. So, Claire, can you tell us a little bit about ASBN and how it got started?
Yeah, sure. So it's actually our 1 year anniversary this month. So yay for us, we've made it through that pretty challenging first year as a startup. So yeah, we launched the business on the 6th of November from Cape Town in 2019. And we spotted two fundamental opportunities for a new business network. The first was to launch a business network across Africa with a bit of a different value proposition, one that was a bit more contemporary. Africa, it's it's one of the youngest continents on the planet. It's one of the fastest growing. So we wanted to launch a more contemporary, inclusive, diverse, and modern business network to represent the true business ecosystem out there. And I think we've managed to do that really well. And then the idea was to take that network and bridge it with Scotland, with members and partners and governments on the ground there, because no one was really doing that effectively and at scale. The Scottish Government are indeed in Accra in Ghana. So we work very closely with Andy and his small team there.
Cool.
We have a brilliant partnership, just like we have a brilliant partnership with the private sector through SBN. And the second opportunity was to actually play an international relations and trade role between Africa and Scotland, and basically put each other on the map, put Africa on the Scottish private sector and public sector's agenda, and vice versa, to really showcase Scotland to this very majestic and up-and-coming continent.
Amazing. And not only sort of how young it is and fast growing, it's such a diverse continent that's maybe not as known to the rest of the world. I mean, the sheer size of it still blows my mind. Like when you say you've got people on the ground in Ghana, you're South Africa, I mean, it's your distance between there anyway.
Yeah, I know. I don't think a lot of people appreciate the magnitude of Africa. And, you know, it's one of the reasons why we did, you know, I'm based in Cape Town, Scott, and, you know, I'm very lucky to spend, you know, a lot of time going back and forward between Scotland and Africa. It's actually much needed now because of our growing membership and business interests in Scotland. But you cannot appreciate the magnitude of this continent and the cultural and even the economic and social diversity. It's so rich with so many different complexities, which makes Africa truly interesting. So I hope now that the international travel bans are kind of loosening up, that, you know, more and more Scottish businesses actually come into Africa to check it out.
Yeah, definitely. So I think I first met you when we did a round table in Glasgow, probably about 18 months ago. And it's quite clear that you've always been a person with quite big ambitions. So what sort of goals do you have for ASBN going into 2021 and beyond?
Yeah, sure. So we were actually like on the phone to your dad, Russell, who we were checking in with him, and he was like giving us some advice because we're actually writing a plan to scale up. Okay. So so thanks again to SBN for helping us out with that strategy. So we are looking to obviously increase our membership up into Africa. We do have a footprint in 10 countries right now. Now, although we have grown the membership in the first year to 70 companies in 10 countries, the aim is to grow just under 100% by next year to 150 companies, and also to increase our role, particularly in partnership with government and an international trade capacity. And, you know, we will not stop offering brilliant customer service to our members. You know, we will make sure that we keep the events going, the business opportunities flowing in, the content, the knowledge sharing. So yeah, we're definitely in for a busy year ahead.
Yeah, we'll be keeping an eye on you.
Yeah.
So as you mentioned, you're celebrating 1 year since launch. What have you got going on to celebrate?
Yeah, sure. So we decided, you know, it's our birthday month, so let's pull our members together for a networking event. That will be taking place on the 19th of November. We warmly welcome SBN members into that event to show our appreciation for, you know, just being a fantastic partner with us. You know, I've got to know quite a lot of your members, and we all seem to share a really similar ethos in business to help one another grow and create bigger impact out there. We have been kindly supported by, so not only will everyone get to experience truly international networking within the event, we are also going to be joined by a guest speaker, one of our ASBN members from the 3IS group. He's a fantastic guy. He's a gem of a guy called Gary Graham. And he's actually a reinvention strategist. So he consults to companies all over the world on not just change, but reinvention. And I think that's something that not many people have explored. So Gary will be giving our members some fantastic knowledge that's proven by data on reinvention. Plus, he'll be giving a couple of business tools away to everyone that joins us. And lastly, the event has been kindly supported with amazing prizes thanks to our other members, High Tech, that's a global sports and lifestyle brand. So yeah, we encourage everyone to join and hopefully take away some prizes.
Yeah, definitely. And all the details for that will be in the description of this video as well for people to get involved. But for now, I just want to say thank you very much for joining us, Claire. I know how busy you are with your month celebration, so thank you very much.
Thanks, Scott.
So thank you very much to Claire. We continued our virtual jet setting this week as we sat down with Michael McCuish in New York to hear all about what's happening in the Isle of Skye.
Hello, Michael. Where are you joining us from today?
Hi there, I'm joining from Manhattan in New York.
So, Michael, can you introduce yourself to our audience?
Sure, my name is Michael McCuish. For 10 years previous, I worked for Visit Scotland, so the National Tourism Board. I was lucky enough to work in a plethora of markets, including India, Australia, Europe, and UAE, and then eventually North America, which is where I specialized. And then for the last 10 months, I've been based out here, actually in New York, in Manhattan, working with a range of really good Scottish businesses, helping them with strategic partnerships and media relations, specifically consumer media relations related to travel and spirits.
So, what sort of Scottish companies do you work with?
A lot of different travel ones. I mean, the two that are currently on my radar that I'm proud to be affiliated with at the moment is Away from the Ordinary, which is a fantastic Scottish travel company that specializes in bespoke, fully tailored travel to Scotland. Obviously, with the pandemic, we've had to make a huge pivot and shift at the moment. So we're currently focusing a lot on private whiskey tastings, which has taken off fantastically, especially over here in the US, where we ship whiskeys to people's homes and then take them through a select 5-gram whiskey tasting, which is a lot of fun. We've actually come up with a few other ideas that's helped really kind of try to grow the business at the moment and grow interest, where we've paired whiskey with cheese, and we've also got whiskey and chocolate packages, and then also whiskey and Scottish cinema, which is a lot of fun. So that's something that people can do at home, where they order the 5 whiskeys, we provide tasting notes, and we tell them when to taste each whiskey in relation to which scene that they're on in the film, and it really creates a very much like a more of an immersive experience when watching a film like that. So it's been a lot of fun.
Michael, you're here to share a little bit about a Scottish Island Festival in Skye. Can you tell us a little bit more?
Yeah, so I'm lucky enough to be working with the SEALL Festival Small Halls, which is based up in Skye. It's a fantastic little festival that probably hasn't had the kind of the buzz that it deserves, especially internationally. It's very popular locally, but internationally, just because it's in November and it's in Skye, so that was a traditional time when, historically speaking, we didn't have a lot of international visitors in Scotland, so they weren't able to kind of travel up and see this really special festival. For the first time ever this year, it's going to be streamed live, and there's going to be a full TV crew who are going to be there to make sure that everyone gets to feel like they're really part of the action, and it's streamed live to everywhere from Australia to the US. So we're really pleased that the world is going to get to feel connected to Scottish hospitality and culture at a time when they can't really travel to Scotland. So it kicks off on the 26th of November. It runs for 3 nights. And there's 9 incredible Scottish traditional musicians that are going to be providing concerts each night. It finishes with a big, raucous and exciting rowdy ceilidh on the 28th to celebrate, a little early to celebrate for St Andrew's Day, which will be exciting. I can't wait to see what a Scottish ceilidh looks like streamed live all over the world. And then one of the other things that I'm really excited about, there's going to be interactive whiskey tasting. We're calling it Whiskey with Tunes. So on the night of the 27th, people can join in with a whiskey tasting, which is going to be hosted by Away from the Ordinary. And then there's going to be plenty of interludes where there's going to be some incredible Scottish music, if we can keep the musicians sober enough to keep playing, that is. And we've made a promise as well Away from the Ordinary that we're not going to be doing any singing or performing. We're just administering the alcohol and the tastings.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for joining us, Michael.
No, a pleasure. So just to finish up, it's only £8 per ticket and 20 for all 3 events, and you can sign up at the SEALL Small Halls Festival website, and that's running all 3 nights on the 26th, the 27th, and the 28th from 8 p.m. British GMT. It's going to kick off. So everybody welcome. Please come and sign up and come join us for a little bit of Scottish hospitality, no matter where you are in the world.
Well, I think you can agree, Scott. We've had some great speakers today, great guests from Scotland, South Africa, and New York. So Scott, it's the part of the show where you share with our audience what's coming up. Over to you.
Yeah, we want everyone to look out for the upcoming events from ourselves, partners and members. The details of that can be found on our events site. Everything from the Africa Scottish Business Network to what we're doing to Scotland Is. There's a whole range of stuff. We're also fast approaching Christmas, so we'll be looking to highlight some of the amazing Scottish goods like Angel Share Glass in the run up to the holidays. We're also thrilled with the feedback that we've been getting for the SBN news so far. This is something that Kendra and I weren't really sure how it was going to go, and from the feedback we've been getting, we're just thrilled by all of it. So we would really appreciate it if you could share this video and help us spread the word. It would really mean a lot to us. So thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thanks again to today's guests, and we'll see you again next week.
Bye.
Bye.